Shalom, chapter 4 for Numbers. And Yahuwah spoke to Moshe and Aaron, saying, Take a census of the sons of Kehath from among the children of Levi by their clans, by their father's house, and from 30 years old above to even to 50 years old, all who enter the service to do the work of the tent of appointment. This is the service of the sons of Kehath and the tent of appointment, the most set apart matters. At the breaking of camp, Aaron and his sons shall come, and they shall take down the covering veil and cover the ark of the witness with it, and shall put on it a covering of fine leather, and spread over that an all blue wrapper, and shall insert its poles. And on the table of the showbread they shall spread a blue wrapper, and shall put on its dishes, and ladles, and bowls, and jars for pouring, and the showbread on it. And they shall spread over them a scarlet wrapper, and cover them the same with a covering of fine leather, and shall insert its poles, and shall take a blue wrapper, and cover the lampstand of the lights with its lamps, and its snuffers, and its trays, and all its oil vessels by which they serve it. And they shall put it with all its utensils in a covering of fine leather, and put it on a bar. And cover the golden slaughter place. They shall spread a blue wrapper, and cover it with a covering of fine leather, and shall insert its poles, and shall take all the utensils of service with which they serve in the set apart place, and shall put them in a blue wrapper, and cover them with a covering of fine leather, and put them on a bar, and shall remove the ashes from the slaughter place, and spread a purple wrapper over it, and shall put on it all its utensils by which they serve there. The fire holders, the forks, the shovels, the basins, and all utensils of the slaughter place, and shall spread on it a covering of fine leather, and insert its poles. And when Aaron and his sons have finished covering the set-apart objects and all the furnishings of the set-apart place, at breaking of camp the sons of Kehath shall come to lift them, but let them not touch that which is set apart, lest they die. These matters are the burdens of the sons of Kehath in the tent of appointment. And the oversight of Eleazar, son of Aaron, the priest, is the oil for the light, and the sweet incense, and the daily grain offering, and the anointing oil, and the oversight of all the dwelling place, and all that is in it, with the set apart place and its furnishings. And Yahu'ah spoke to Moshe and to Aaron, saying, Do not cut off the tribe of the clans of the Kehathites from among the Levites, but do this to them, and they shall live and not die when they approach the most set apart objects. Aaron and his sons shall go in and appoint each of them to his service with his burden. They are not, however, to go in to watch while the set-apart objects are being covered, lest they die. And Yahuwah spoke to Moshe, saying, Take a census also of the sons of Gershon by their father's house, by their clans. Register them from 30 years old and above, even to 50 years old, all who enter to perform the service, to do the service in the tent of appointment. This is the service of the clans of the Gershonites in serving and bearing burdens. And they shall bear the curtains of the dwelling place and the tent of appointment with its covering, the covering of fine leather that is on it, the covering for the door of the tent of appointment, and the screens of the courtyard, and the covering for the door of the gate of the courtyard, which is around the dwelling place and slaughter place and their cords, all the equipment for their service, and all that is made for them, so shall they serve. At the mouth of Aaron and his sons, in all the service of the sons of the Gershonites, all their burden and all their service and you shall appoint to them all the duty of all their burden. This is the service of the clans of the sons of Gershon in the tent of appointment, and let their duties be under the hand of Ithamar, son of Aaron the priest. As for the sons of Merari, register them by their clans, by their father's house. Register them from 30 years old to above, even to 50 years old, all who enter the service to do the work of the tent of appointment. And this is the duty of their burden, according to all their service for the tent of appointment, the boards of the dwelling place, and its bars, and its columns, and its sockets, and the columns around the courtyard with their sockets, and their pegs, and their cords, with all their equipment and all their service. And assign to each by name the equipment of the duty of their burden. This is the service of the clans of the sons of Merari, as all their service for their tent of appointment, under the hand of Ithamar, son of Aaron the priest. So Moshe and Aaron and the leaders of the congregation registered the sons of the Kethanites by their clans and by their father's house. From 30 years old and above, even to 50 years old, all who entered the service for the work in the tent of appointment. And the registered ones by their clans were 2,750. These were the registered ones of the clans of the Kethanites, all those serving in the tent of appointment, whom Moshe and Aaron registered according to the mount of Yahu'ah by the hand of Moshe. And those registered ones of the sons of Gershon by their clans and by their father's house, from 30 years old and above to 50 years old, all who enter the service work in the tent of appointment. The registered ones by their clans, by their father's house, were 2,630. These were the registered ones of the clans of the sons of Gershon, all who serve in the tent of appointment, whom Moshe and Aaron registered according to the mouth of Yahu'ah. And those of the clans of the sons of Merari, who were registered by their clans, by their father's house, from 30 years old and above, even to 50 years old, all who entered the service work in the tent of appointment. The registered ones by their clans were 3,200. These were the registered ones of the clans of the sons of Merari, whom Moshe and Aaron registered according to the mouth of Yahu'ah by the hand of Moshe. All the registered ones of the Levites, whom Moshe and Aaron and the leaders of Yisrael registered by their clans and by their fathers' houses, from 30 years old and above, even to 50 years old, all came to do the work of the service and the work of bearing burdens in the tent of appointment. The registered ones were 8,580. According to the mouth of Yahu'ah, they were registered by the hand of Moshe, each according to his service and according to his burden. Thus were they registered by him, as Yahu'ah commanded Moshe. Numbers chapter 5. And Yahu'ah spoke to Moshe, saying, Command the children of Yisrael to send out of their camp every leper, and everyone who has a discharge, and whoever becomes defiled for a being. Send out both male and female. Send them outside the camp, so they do not defile their camps in the midst of which I dwell. And the children of Yisrael did so, to send them outside the camp as Yahuwah had spoken to Moshe. So the children of Yisrael did. And Yahuwah spoke to Moshe, saying, Speak to the children of Yisrael. When a man or woman commits any sin that men commit in trespass against Yahuwah, and that being is guilty, then they shall confess their sin which they have done, and if he shall restore his guilt in its principal, plus 1/5 of it, and give it to whom he has been guilty. But if the man has no relative to restore the guilt, the guilt which is restored goes to Yahu'ah for the priest, in addition to the ram of atonement with which atonement is made for him. And every contribution of all the set-apart gifts of the children of Yisrael which they bring to the priest becomes his. And every man's set-apart gifts becomes his. Whatever any man gives the priest becomes his. And Yahuwah spoke to Moshe, saying, Speak to the children of Yisrael, and say to them, When any man's wife turns aside and has committed a trespass against him, and a man has intercourse with her, and it is hidden from the eyes of her husband, and it is concealed that she has defiled herself, and there are no witness against her, nor was she caught, and a spirit of jealousy comes upon him, and he becomes jealous of his wife who has defiled herself, or a spirit of jealousy comes upon him, and he becomes jealous of his wife, although she has not defiled herself. Then the man shall bring his wife to the priest, and he shall bring the offering for her, 1/10 of an ephah of barley flour. He is not to pour oil on it, or put frankincense on it, because it is a grain offering of jealousy, an offering for remembering, for bringing crookedness to remembrance. And the priest shall bring her near, and shall make her stand before Yahuwah. And the priest shall take set-apart water in an earthen vessel, and take some of the dust that is on the floor of the dwelling place, and put it into the water. And the priest shall make the woman stand before Yahuwah, and shall uncover the woman's head, and put the offering for the remembering in her hands, which is the grain offering of jealousy, while the priest holds in his hand the bitter water that brings a curse. And the priest shall make her swear, and say to the woman, If no man has lain with you, and if you have not turned aside to uncleanness under your husband's authority, be free from this bitter water that brings a curse. But if you have turned aside under your husband's authority, and you have defiled yourself, and some man other than your husband has lain with you, then the priest shall make the woman swear with the oath of the curse, and he shall say to the woman, Yahuwah make you a curse and an oath among your people, where Yahuwah makes your thigh waste away and your belly swell. And this is the water that causes the curse, shall go into your inward parts, and make your belly swell and your thigh waste away. And the woman shall say, Amen, Amen. And the priest shall write these curses in a book, and shall wipe them off into the bitter water, and shall make the woman drink the bitter water that brings the curse, and the water that brings the curse shall enter her to become bitter. And the priest shall take the grain offering of jealousy from the woman's hand, and shall waft the offering before Yahuwah, and bring it into the slaughter place. And the priest shall take a hand filled with the offering as its remembrance offering, and burn it on the slaughter place, and afterward make the woman drink the water. And when he has made her drink the water, then it shall be, if she has defiled herself and committed a trespass against her husband, that the water brings the curse, and shall enter her and become bitter, and her belly shall swell, and her thigh shall waste away. And the woman shall become a curse among her people. But if the woman has not defiled herself and is clean, then she shall be clear and shall conceive children. This is the Torah of jealousy, when a wife turns aside under her husband's authority and defiles herself, or when a spirit of jealousy comes upon a man and he becomes jealous of his wife, then he shall make the woman stand before Yahuwah, and the priest shall do to her all this Torah. And the man shall be clear from crookedness, but the woman bear her crookedness. Numbers 6. And Yahuwah spoke to Moshe, saying, Speak to the children of Yisrael, and say to them, When a man or woman does separate by making a vow of a Nazarene, or Nazirim, to be separate to Yahuwah, he separates himself from wine and strong drink. He drinks neither vinegar of wine nor vinegar of strong drink. Neither does he drink any grape juice nor eat grapes or raisins. In all the days of his separation he does not eat whatever is made of the grapevine from seed to skin. All the days of the vow of his separation a razor does not come upon his head, until the days are completed for which he does separate himself to Yahuwah. He is set apart, he shall let the locks of the hair of his head grow long. All the days of his separation to Yahuwah he does not go near a dead body. He does not make himself unclean for his father, or for his mother, or for his brother or sister when they die, because his separation to Yahuwah is on his head. All the days of his separation is set apart to Yahuwah. And when anyone dies beside him in an instant, suddenly, and he has defiled the head of his separation, then he shall shave his head on the day of his cleansing. On the 7th day he shaves it. On the 8th day he brings 2 turtle doves or 2 young pigeons to the priest to the door of the tent of appointment. And the priest shall prepare one as a sin offering and the other as an ascending offering, and shall make atonement for him, because he sinned by reason of the dead body. And he shall set apart his head on that day. And he shall separate to Yahuwah the days of his separation, and shall bring a male lamb a year old as a guilt offering. But the former days are not counted, because his separation was defiled. And this is the Torah of the Nazarite. When the days of his separation are completed, he is brought to the door of the tent of appointment. And he shall bring his offering to Yahuwah, 1 male lamb a year old, a perfect one, as an ascending offering, and 1 ewe lamb a year old, a perfect one, as a sin offering, and 1 ram, a perfect one, as a peace offering. And a basket of unleavened bread, cakes of fine flour mixed with oil, and unleavened thin cakes anointed with oil, in their grain offering with their drink offerings. And the priest shall bring them before Yahuwah and prepare his sin offering and his ascending offering. And he shall prepare the ram as a slaughtering of peace offerings to Yahuwah, together with the basket of unleavened bread. And the priest shall prepare its grain offering and its drink offering. And the Nazarite shall shave the head of his separation at the door of the tent of appointment, and shall take the hair from the head of his separation, and shall put it on the fire which is under the slaughtering of the peace offerings. And the priest shall take the boiled shoulder of the ram, and 1 unleavened cake from the basket, and 1 unleavened thin cake, and put them on the hands of the Nazarite, after he has shaved his hair of separation. Then the priest shall wafe them a wave offering before Yahuwah. It is set apart for the priest besides the beast of the wave offering, and besides the thigh of the contribution. And afterwards the Nazarite shall drink wine. This is the Torah of the Nazarite who vows to Yahuwah the offering for his separation, and besides that, whatever else his hand is able to provide, according to the vow which he takes, so he shall do according to the Torah of his separation. And Yahuwah spoke to Moshe, saying, Speak to Aaron and his sons, saying, This is how you Baruch the children of Yisrael. Say to them, Yahuwah Baruch you and guard you. May Yahu'ah make his face shine upon you and show favor to you. Yahu'ah lift up his face upon you and give you shalom. Thus they shall put my name on the children of Yisrael, and I myself shall baruch them. Numbers 7. And it came to be, when Moshe finished setting up the dwelling place, that he anointed it and set it apart in all its furnishings, as well as the slaughter place and all its utensils. Thus he anointed them and set them apart. And the leaders of Yisrael's heads of their families' houses, who were the leaders of the tribes and over the ones registered, drew near. And they brought their offerings before Yahu'ah, 6 covered wagons and 12 cattle, a wagon for every 2 of the leaders, and for each one a bull. And they brought them near before the dwelling place. And Yahu'ah spoke to Moshe, saying, Accept these from them, and they shall be used in doing the service of the tent of appointment, and you shall give them to the Levites, each one according to his service. And Moshe took the wagons and the cattle and gave them to the Levites. He gave 2 wagons and 4 cattle to the sons of Gershon according to their service, and he gave 4 wagons and 8 cattle to the sons of Merari according to their service, under the hand of Ithamar the son of Aaron the priest. But to the sons of Kerath he gave none, because theirs was the service of the set-apart objects, which they bore on their shoulders. And the leaders brought the dedication offering to the slaughter place in the day it was anointed. So the leaders brought their offering before the slaughter place. And Yahuwah said to Moshe, Let them bring their offering 1 liter each day for the dedication of the slaughter place. And the one who brought his offering on the first day was Nahshon, son of Amminadab, from the tribe of Yehudah. And his offering was 1 silver dish, the weight of which was 130 shekels, 1 silver bowl of 70 shekels, according to the shekel of the set-apart place, both of them filled with fine flour mixed with oil, and as a grain offering. 1 gold ladle of 10 shekels, filled with incense, 1 young bull, 1 ram, 1 male lamb, a year old, as an ascending offering. 1 male goat as a sin offering, and as a slaughtering of peace offerings, 2 cattle, 5 rams, 5 male goats, 5 male lambs, a year old. This was the offering of Nahshon, son of Amminadab. On the 2nd day, Nathaniel, son of Shur, leader of Yishakar, brought near. He brought his offering, 1 silver dish, the weight of which was 130 shekels, 1 silver bowl of 70 shekels, according to the shekel of the set-apart place, both of them filled with fine flour mixed with oil, as a grain offering. 1 gold ladle of 10 shekels, filled with incense, 1 young bull, 1 ram, 1 male lamb, a year old, as an ascending offering, 1 male goat as a sin offering. And as a slaughtering of peace offerings, 2 cattle, 5 rams, 5 male goats, 5 male lambs, a year old. This was the offering of Nathaniel, son of Shur. On the 3rd day, Eliab, son of Hulan, leader of the children of Zebulun, his offering was 1 silver dish, the weight which was 130 shekels, 1 silver bowl, 70 shekels, according to the shekel of the set-apart place, both of them filled with fine flour mixed with oil, as a grain offering. 1 gold ladle of 10 shekels, filled with incense. 1 young bull, 1 ram, 1 male lamb, a year old, as an ascending offering, 1 male goat as a sin offering. And as a slaughtering of peace offerings, 2 cattle, 5 rams, 5 male goats, 5 male lambs, a year old. This was the offering of Eliab, son of Hulan. On the 4th day, Elishur, son of Shedeur, leader of the children of Reuben, his offering was 1 silver dish, the weight of which was 130 shekels, 1 silver bowl of 70 shekels, according to the shekel of the set-apart place, both of them filled with fine flour, with oil mixed with oil as a grain offering. 1 gold ladle of 10 shekels, filled with incense. 1 young bull, 1 ram, 1 male lamb, a year old, as an ascending offering. 1 male goat as a sin offering, and as a slaughtering of peace offerings, 2 cattle, 5 rams, 5 male goats, 5 male lambs, a year old. This was the offering of Elisur, son of Shedeur. On the 5th day, Shemiel, son of Shaddai, leader of the children of Simeon, his offering was 1 silver dish, the weight of which was 130 shekels, 1 silver bowl of 70 shekels, according to the shekel of the set-apart place, both of them filled with fine flour mixed with oil as a grain offering. 1 gold ladle of 10 shekels, filled with incense. 1 young bull, 1 ram, 1 male lamb, a year old, as an ascending offering, 1 male goat as a sin offering. And as a slaughtering of peace offerings, 2 cattle, 5 rams, 5 male goats, 5 male lambs, a year old. This was the offering of Shemiel, son of Shaddai. I butchered the name, I apologize. On the 6th day, Elisaph, son of Duel, a leader of the children of Gad. His offering was 1 silver dish, the weight of which was 130 shekels, 1 silver bowl of 70 shekels, according to the shekel of the set-apart place, both of them filled with fine flour mixed with oil as a grain offering. 1 gold ladle of 10 shekels, filled with incense. 1 young bull, 1 ram, 1 male lamb, a year old, as a ascending offering, 1 male goat as a sin offering, and a slaughtering of peace offerings, 2 cattle, 5 rams, 5 male goats, 5 male lambs, a year old. This was the offering of Elisaph, son of Duel. On the 7th day, Elishama, son of Ammihud, leader of the children of Ephraim. His offering was 1 silver dish, the weight of which was 130 shekels, 1 silver bowl, 70 shekels, according to the shekel of the set-apart place, both of them filled with fine flour mixed with oil as a grain offering. 1 gold ladle of 10 shekels, filled with incense. 1 young bull, a ram, a male lamb, a year old, as a sending offering, 1 male goat as a sin offering. And as a slaughtering of peace offerings, 2 cattle, 5 rams, 5 male goats, 5 male lambs, a year old. This was the offering of Elishama, son of Ammihud. On the 8th day, Gamaliel, son of Pedashur, leader of the children of Manasseh. His offering was 1 silver dish, the weight of which was 130 shekels, 1 silver bowl, 70 shekels, according to the shekel of the set-apart place, both of them filled with fine flour mixed with oil as a grain offering. 1 gold ladle of 10 shekels, filled with incense. 1 young bull, 1 ram, 1 male lamb, a year old, as an ascending offering, 1 male goat as a sin offering. And as slaughtering of peace offerings, 2 cattle, 5 rams, 5 male goats, 5 male lambs, a year old. This was the offering of Gamaliel, son of Pedashur. On the 9th day, Abidan, son of Gedani, leader of the children of Benjamin. His offering was 1 silver dish, the weight of which was 130 shekels, 1 silver bowl of 70 shekels, according to the shekel of the set-apart place, both of them filled with fine flour mixed with oil as a grain offering. 1 gold ladle, 10 shekels filled with incense, 1 young bull, 1 ram, and 1 male lamb as an ascending offering, 1 male goat as a sin offering, and as a slaughtering of peace offerings, 2 cattle, 5 rams, 5 male goats, 5 male lambs a year old. This was the offering of Abidan, son of Gedani. On the 10th day, Azir, son of Ammishaddai, leader of the children of Dan. His offering was 1 silver dish, the weight of which was 130 shekels, 1 silver bowl of 70 shekels, according to the shekel of the set-apart place, both of them filled with fine flour, mixed with oil as a grain offering. 1 gold ladle of 10 shekels filled with incense, 1 young bull, 1 ram, 1 male lamb a year old as an ascending offering, 1 male goat as a sin offering. And as a slaughtering of peace offerings, 2 cattle, 5 rams, 5 male goats, 5 male lambs a year old. This was the offering of Azar, son of Ammishaddai. On the 11th day, Pagiel, son of Okran, leader of the children of Asher. And his offering was 1 silver dish, the weight of which was 130 shekels. A 1 silver bowl of 70 shekels, according to the shekel of the set-apart place, both filled with fine flour, mixed with oil as a grain offering. 1 gold ladle of 10 shekels, filled with incense. 1 young bull, 1 ram, 1 male lamb a year old as an ascending offering, 1 male goat as a sin offering. And as a slaughtering of peace offerings, 2 cattle, 5 rams, 5 male goats, 5 male lambs a year old. This was the offering of Pagiel, son of Okran. And on the 12th day, Era, son of Anan, leader of the children of Naphtali. His offering was 1 silver dish, the weight of which was 130 shekels, 1 silver bowl of 70 shekels, according to the shekel of the set-apart place, both of them filled with fine flour, mixed with oil as a grain offering. 1 gold ladle of 10 shekels, filled with incense. 1 young bull, 1 ram, 1 male lamb a year old as an ascending offering, 1 male goat as a sin offering. And as a slaughtering of peace offerings, 2 cattle, 5 rams, 5 male goats, 5 male lambs a year old. This was the offering of Ahira, son of Anan. This was the dedication of the slaughter place from the leaders of Yashrael when it was anointed. 12 silver dishes, 12 silver bowls, 12 gold ladles. Each silver dish was 130 shekels, and each bowl was 70 shekels. All the silver vessels was 2,400 shekels, according to the shekel of the set-apart place. The 12 gold ladles filled with incense was 10 shekels, each according to the shekel of the set-apart place. All the gold of the ladles was 120 shekels. All the cattle for the sending offering were 12 young bulls, the rams 12, the male lambs a year old 12, with their grain offering, and the male goats 8 as a sin offering 12. And all the cattle for the slaughterings of peace offerings were 24 bulls, the rams 60, the male goats 60, the lambs a year old 60. This was the dedication of the slaughter place after it was anointed. And when Moshe went into the tent of appointment to speak with him, he heard the voice of one speaking to him from above. The lid of atonement that was on the ark of the witness, from between the 2 cherubim, thus he spoke to him.